Hi, what's up, everybody? Biz here for another video on the NCAA tournament. Last week we had a video on the first round games. I have a video today about the Sweet 16 round. Last week's video we went 4-2 on those plays. Purdue, Wisconsin, Texas A&M, Maryland all won. Losers with Auburn and Clemson. So a nice 4-2. Let's see what we have for this week. Now, the Sweet 16 historically has a lot of unders, a lot of low scoring games. You see here, this is just unders in general. Since 2014, full game unders are 44 and 28. The first half is 42, 28 and 2. 2 years ago, had quite a few overs. You see the 2 and 6 there, two unders and six overs. But for the most part, you see, just generally speaking, unders have been the way to go when you're dealing with the totals for the Sweet 16. Here is one of the BetLab systems that I came up with for the second weekend. The under, I use very simply the visitors' pace numbers and the efficiency numbers for the home team. The home team is the team with the higher seed, or lower seed actually, like 1, 2, 3. The visitor pace is the visitor is the team with the higher seed. So you see there the week number, Sweet 16, Elite Eight championship. So this is past the first weekend. And when you just filter in those efficiency numbers and the pace average, it's 41 and 12 for the full game under. Sweet 16 round is 24 and 7. This is the yearly record. Last year there were a lot of 11 games last year. Fit this 9 and 2, a couple years ago 2 and 1, 8 1 9 0. So the last 4 years been really really good. 28 and 4 the last 4 years with this one. That was the results from last year. 5 wins, 1 loss in the Sweet 16 round. One loser was with Tennessee Creighton, see there 157. But 5-1 in the Sweet 16 round. This week we have all 8 Sweet 16 games actually fit this criteria. So all 8 games fit the full game under. So if you're going to play all these, we're just going to hope you go 5-3 in a minimum and get a profit. Just like last week, we had 6 games. I said in the video, I just want to go 4-2, which is exactly what we did. We went 4-2. 8 games here. So the play would be to do all the games under and hope that 5 of them come in under the total, since all 8 games fit that system. Here's another one on the full game uh, under in the Sweet 16 round. This is 17 and 1 in the Sweet 16 round. This is again, we're using the home team, which is the team with the lower seed. They're paid. Actually, we're using both paces, the visitor pace, the home pace, and then the efficiency numbers for the home team. 17 and 1 on the Sweet 16, 24 and 2 overall since 2013-14. This week there's 2 of them: the Florida game, Florida Maryland, and the Auburn Michigan game. So if you want to narrow the list of 8 down, if you don't want to play all of them, you can narrow it down and play these 2 games, since these 2 also have a subset of that system where Florida, Maryland, and Auburn, Michigan qualify. So those are the 2 games that fit that subset. Here is one last over under here. It's another under with a team that's favored by 5.5 or more, and I simply use the visitors' offensive efficiency and the home team's offensive 3-point shooting. See the Sweet 16, 20 and 2 in this time period. Lots of unders in this spot. For a bigger favorite, 5.5 or more in this round, that is a bigger favorite because you're getting some pretty good teams at this stage of the tournament. But when you get a total a spread of 5.5 or more with those 2 metrics, it goes under a ton. There's the year 8-0 last year, crazy last year, 8-0. That's for the entire year, not just the Sweet 16, but the entire year, 8-0. There you see the other yearly records been pretty good. Last year's numbers, 3 of them were in the Sweet 16, all in one. There's the 3, 2 in the Elite Eight, 2 in the Final Four, and the championship game also qualified 1 under. But that was last year. This year we have 5 games: Florida, Duke, Texas Tech, Auburn, Houston. Those 5 games qualify. Again, if you want to narrow down the list of 8, you want to play a little bit more than 2, you can play these 5, because these 5 also qualify for the full game under. I do have a spread system here, 32 and 2. It's really, really good. It's good past the round of 64, Sweet 16, round of 32, the Final Four and championship. So it's the games that are not in the round of 64. We had two of these last week, and I did give them out on the channel, Duke and Michigan State. Coincidentally, these two teams qualify. Again, it's basically a favorite of 4.5 or more that has good free throw shooting numbers and good offensive turnovers. So teams that don't turn over a ton, teams that shoot good free throws, and there's an opponent's defensive efficiency number up there. That's on the high side. So you want a team their defensive efficiency isn't the greatest. That 91.7 to 112.9 is on the higher end of the scale. We're going to take Duke and Michigan State for that one. And you see up at the top it says high duplicate. So those of you that have Bet Labs, if two teams qualify for the same system, it won't show it. I'll show an example. This is high duplicates, that right corner where the uh, gold circle is, not a circle, but I guess a little rectangle kind of a deal. This one is when you take off high duplicates. And you see last week, Arizona and Oregon both qualified. You see at the top, one of them's going to win, one's going to lose. So you have 33 and 3 as compared to 32 and 2. So if you put high duplicates, it takes out any game where both teams qualify, okay? So again, we have Duke and Michigan qualifying on the free throws and turnover system. Here is a first half under. We're going to do the visitors' defensive three-point shooting and the home team's offensive three-point shooting, which kind of go hand in hand. How well does the home team shoot the three, and how well does the visiting team, the higher seed, defend the three? And then we also have the pace numbers for both teams, the visitor pace, the home pace. So that's what we have here. And we also have the visitors' offensive field goal percentage. Again, this is in the Sweet 16 Elite 8 round. It's 28-2-1 over the past 12 seasons or so. If we go to the next page, you'll see the Sweet 16 is 20-1. The Elite 8 is 8-1. There's a record every year. It's been pretty solid. We have one qualifier this week. This is Houston, Purdue, under in the first half. I have a lot of Houston Purdue stuff this week. Houston Purdue is a pretty solid underplay this week. Here's another first half under using pace numbers and home offensive efficiency. In the Sweet 16, 24-3-2. There's a record going back to 2014. This was the last few years. You see some wins, some losses there, push. This year we have 3 games: Michigan State, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Houston, Purdue. Those 3 games all fit the first half under system. So the plays that we have, I have top plays listed for Florida, the Maryland Florida game under, the Michigan Auburn under, the Purdue Houston first half under. The Florida and Auburn games, those are the 2 games that had multiple systems on the under. So thought I would put that as a top play. They actually had all 3 of those full game under. So we'll put those as top plays. And again, the Purdue Houston first half under had a lot of stuff on that. So we're going to keep that as a top play. And then we'll have the others as regular plays. The regular plays are the full game unders for the other 6 games, the first half under of those other 2 games that qualified, and Duke, Michigan State laying the points with that turnover free throw shooting system. So there you have it. We have 13 games. If you don't want to play them all, take the top plays or take the ones that I listed that you like. But looking forward to another fun and profitable NCAA basketball weekend. I hope you guys have a great time watching the games. It's a little late at night here. My voice is getting a little scraggly. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. So guys, enjoy the games. Appreciate you watching the video. And as always, good luck with your action.